So, first muscle is going to start out in the face, and it's going to be the epicranius front belly. That's going to be these two right in the front. Then, we're going to go to the orbicularis oculi, and that's around the eyes, the circle around the eyes. Next is the nasalis, which will be the nose. Then the zygomaticus minor, which would be right on top of the major. So right here, and then the major, zygomatic major is located right below. Right below the zygomaticus major is the rhizoris. And then on the neck will be the platysma. Then around the mouth, the muscle surrounding the mouth is the orbicularis orsis. And then to the next page, on the side of the head is the temporalis, which will be the large muscle right on the side. And then you can see the epicranius occipital belly, which is the back part of the head. The masseter, which is the jaw for chewing part. And then the sternocleidomastoid, which is on the side right here. Next, there is the anterior belly, which is in the digastric. The anterior belly is right there. And then the posterior belly is not directly right underneath it, but a few muscles down right underneath it. Then the next shows the external, which is the outer part intercostals, and then the internal intercostals, which is the inner part. And then next would be the diaphragm, which is the outside rim, kind of. Next slide is the trapezius, that's located at the top. Then there's the deltoids, which is the shoulders. Then the pectoralis major, which is the superior part of the pectoralis. Then the biceps brachii, which is right here. Then the external obliques. And then the brachiodalis on the arms. Then the flexor carpi radialis, which is the middle part of the lower forearm. Then on the other side, the pectoralis minor, which is the deep part of the pectoralis. Then kind of on the side rib area is the serratus anterior. And then for the next slide, there is the teres minor, which is above the teres major, located right there. The deltoid, of course, which is the arm. Then the triceps brachii in the back of the arm. And then the latissimus dorsi. Next slide. Sorry for it being very ghetto. Right at the top, right here is the extensor carpi radialis longus. At the top, the second muscle. Then, the muscle right here is the flexor carpi ulnis. And then right next to that is the extensor carpi ulnis. The next slide has the flexor carpi radialis, which is this middle muscle right in between the four. Right here. Next slide, you can see the external obliques on this side, and then the rectus abdominalis, which will be located right here. Then the transverse abdominalis, which will be located right here, and the internal obliques right here and here. Next slide. This is the female, but the ischiocavernosus is located on the side, kind of in the groin area, right here. Then the bulbospongiosus is located on the rim of the genitalia. And then the levator ani is closer towards the anus, and it's a muscle on both sides. No, not on both sides, I'm sorry. On the side it's indicating. Next slide shows the male part. So the ischiocavernosus is right here, and the bulbous spongus is right here on the periphery, and then the levator ani, which is on both sides, yes, that is located around the anus. So next slide, you can see the gluteus medius, which is on top, and the gluteus maximus is below. Next slide, you can see the tensor fasciae latae, which is the outer muscle of the thigh. Then the gracilis, which is the most inner muscle right here. Next slide, you can see the psoas, which is this muscle right here, connecting from the coccyx, and it's the psoas major. Then located on the hip bone, the muscle right here is the iliacus. Then below is the, right here, this larger muscle, is the adductor longus. So this one right here, right in the middle of the screen, is the adductor longus. Next slide, it shows the statorius, which is located right here. It's kind of hard to see. Then in the quadriceps femoris, you can see the rectus femoris, which is the outer part, this kind of yellowish part. And then for the next slide, you can see the biceps femoris again. No, I'm sorry, not again. Biceps femoris, which is right here at the top, the outer muscle. It's towards the back of the leg. Then the gastrocnemius, which is the back of the knee, kind of going down the calf. Then the soleus, which is the muscle right behind, right in front of the gastrocnemius. The tibialis anterior, which is right in front, kind of where your shin area is. Then the peroneus longus is right in the middle, dead smack in the middle of the whole thing.